Hello, people. It looks like there is actually one person watching. Um, Sorry to make you wait. I should have made you wait later. I'm actually driving. Now there's three people watching. I'm actually driving to the venue. And I'm showing basically by doing this. Um, Hopefully, I don't get into a wreck trying to do this shit. Um, uh, Trying to add the ticker. There we go. Um, So yeah, I'm driving down 1960. It is Black Friday. It's just past 7:30 p.m. Um, I'm going to Acadia Bar and Grill. For some reason, they're still doing shows during this pandemic, unlike most other venues across the world. I don't expect a big crowd, and the band Nest is headlining. They drove down from the St. Louis area. They played in St. Louis a couple nights ago, and my buddies in Scrap Pile from Central Texas and Forbode from Austin are also playing this show. So I'm going to go support these guys, and I'm going to interview them all. The show's not going to start. I think Scrap Pile doesn't go on until like 9:15, so that's quite a ways away. But John Jarvis, he's in Nest as well as a million other bands. Um, he told me to meet him at the venue at 7:30 to try to do the interview. And so I like to do things live, and of course, I misjudged my time, and I think Facebook doesn't allow you to go later than much later than you have scheduled. Sorry, I'm trying not to make you look at my fingers or anything. Um, there's not a lot of traffic right now, but like I said, it is raining, so it's kind of nasty out here. So Nest is a band with John Jarvis. He's on guitar and vocals. He's typically a bass player. He's in a million other bands and has been in a million other bands as a bass player. But he's playing guitar in this band, and I think I could be wrong, but I think it's his girlfriend Jenna is playing bass. I think from what I've heard, he's teaching her how to play bass, which is awesome. And Layman Stevens is the drummer. He was in a day. So we'll ask him about that. John, he's all scour with Phil Anselmo, Philip H.L. Anselmo from Pantera fame. They released a new EP today, actually, so I'm going to ask him about that. He's in that band with his cousin Adam, who is a drummer, also been in a million bands, but he's in Misery Index. Person, get in your lane. What are you doing? Jeez Louise. It is, granted, it is hard to see the lanes of traffic right now, but this Mercedes almost hit me. Thankfully, we were coming to a stop. So I may live stream and actually put my phone down here. I got this new phone. You know what? I got this. This will be safer. Yeah, I'm still here, guys. There are 7 people watching. My hopefully not my demise. There you go. I'm gonna put you in a vent. Now you can't see me, but this is safer for me anyway. So as I was saying, Scour has a new EP out, available today. That's basically the guys from Misery Index with John on bass and Phil Anselmo on vocals. So I'll make sure to ask him about that. And Nest, it was announced today. There was a Rip It, Tip It, Send It uh, video from Full Terror Assault announcing Nest will be playing Full Terror Assault 2021. Shane, bro, why didn't I announce that? I could have announced it live here with some Liquid Death, the official water sponsor of Full Terror Assault. They are not the water sponsor to the Most Epic Adventures yet, but everybody bombard Liquid Death, tweet at them, and tell them to sponsor the Most Epic Adventures. I don't think that it's going to happen any other way unless they just get bombarded with people messaging them saying that they need to sponsor my show. I mean, they sponsor Full Terror Assault, which I love and involved with as much as they'll let me. They sponsor Monarch, my friends, my thrash metal friends down in San Diego who owe me a t-shirt. I think that's more Alex's fault, and Alex isn't in the band anymore, so I may never get a Monarch t-shirt. Come on, man. So Liquid Death, natural spring water from the Swiss Alps, in always canned, never in plastic bottles. They say death to plastic. And as I say, drink more water. Drink water, listen to metal, and enjoy nature. So I need some water. I'm going to drink some water here soon, but I am enjoying nature by driving into the rain, and I'm listening to metal. I'm going to meet up with some amazing metal bands. Now, Nest, okay, I don't know what they sound like. John is known for being this like grindcore bass player, but I hear that Nest is completely different and not like anything else he's done before. They do have their album available on Bandcamp that you can listen to there. I did not listen to it on Bandcamp because I wanted it to be a surprise. I want to find out what they sound like in person. So when I talk to them, I'm going to make sure not to mention that. I am going to put my mask on. I do have a mask. I don't know. I'm a little uneasy about coming to the show, actually, and I know some friends have expressed some concern about all of my outings. I try to be as safe as I can, and I wear my mask, but you can, one can only do so much, if people around you aren't also being safe and careful. It's kind of, I'm going to do what I can do. And is this where I'm supposed to turn? I don't think there's a Taco Bell there. I think there's a Jack in the Box, Walters. So I'm just driving down 1960. I'm not using my GPS. I feel like I've been to Acadia enough times to know where it is. But if you're watching, leave a comment somewhere. I can see the comments. So if you post a comment, I can post it on here. And actually, on YouTube, I've enacted Super Chat. So and there are different levels of Super Chat. So if you make a donation on YouTube Live, I will give you some sort of credit, depending on what level of donation you make. All right. I think this is it right here. Yep. Here's the Jack in the Box. Falling Creek. So you're turning on Falling Creek Drive to get to this place, to Acadia. I can't imagine it's being very exciting for most of you guys, but hopefully the oh crap, got my boxes full of stickers back here. Get some more stickers to hand out to get people to come to my YouTube. This is a live video. About to turn into the street to get into the venue. It's 68 degrees. I'm going to turn this off. 68 degrees Fahrenheit right now and raining. It's going to get down to, it's a 63, so that's not that much colder. And I'm sitting here at the light. It's Friday night. Thankfully, I don't have to be at work early tomorrow. Still have to work tomorrow, but it's not early. I do have Sunday off. There we go. which is unusual. I don't ever get Sundays off, but they granted me this. So I'm going to find some kind of adventures. I don't know what quite yet. It's possible I may come back up to Acadia tomorrow. So Hold On Hollywood and Hold On Hollywood are supposed to be playing here tomorrow. And they're a little bit different than what I normally listen to, but they have a pretty big following. Could be a pretty good show. Actually, that might not be a good idea if there are too many people here. I don't want to park right in front. I'll let the bands park there. All right. Open at 12 noon every day. All right, we're here. See me put my mask on. Take this off here. If you are watching, I'm curious to see what. I guess you're just looking to see what's going to happen. I'm trying to put this on here. Tighten up the screws. Put the mask on. Under here. I have stickers on that. I don't think I need the microphone since I'm using this. Got my wallet, got my keys. Alright, let's go in. Here we are. Acadia Bar and Grill. Yep, that was me. I'm honking the horn. Put it in reverse, Terry. That's hilarious. So $10 cover. Like I said, the first band doesn't go on until like 9:15 or something. So if you're in the area and you want to come up here, $10. Let's check it out. Yeah.
Okay. I just have to be able to match it up, that's why. Which band are you here for?
I know all of them, so if you want to give a third to each one.
I can't do it that way. I can only
Okay. You know what? Give the Scrap Pile. They're the smallest band.
Okay.
All right, I'll be the first one. All right, so did the thing where they asked what's going on. There's so I'm Rob. This is John.
Eddie.
Eddie. Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, I know.
The mask.
The hair.
Eddie from Forbode. How's it going? I'm live right now.
Wow. Technology.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't want to interrupt. Say hi.
Good. You're live.
I'm live. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want
to come over here to the merch guy. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah. Let me.
Do, an interview, I guess. Yeah. Go for it. I'm gonna go chow down with my catering is in the car.
He's been on my show. I know both of the bands that are playing tonight really well.
Oh, sick.
So
let's come over here and get comfortable.
So I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see all these guys. Look at all these Scrap Pile guys. What's up? I haven't touched you. What the hell? I'm live right now. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Rob.
This is Jenna. Leaving on drums.
It's, see these guys. It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark in here. I'm actually live right now. There are 4 people watching. Yeah. Yeah. Do you mind if we like? And the music's gonna kill me too. So, I don't own the rights to this music. Whatever music's playing in the background. Yeah, just over here by the pool tables is fine. Yeah, this is much better. So, am I creeping you guys out wearing a mask? It seems like nobody.
No, when I came in today, I was ridiculed for wearing the mask. See, I'm a believer in the mask. I wear the mask. However,
I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just like for my own sake. Like,
we have definitely. We have it. We're gonna all have it. Us 3. So we've been socially distancing, being smart about it. Of course.
So you've had it, or you?
Oh no, and I don't want to get it. Yeah. So should I be wearing a mask? Absolutely. But there's no one here, so it's all good.
Right. I even told Eddie he was talking to. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna see. Just don't touch me." And the first thing I did when I saw those guys, I was like just patting them all on the back. I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, it's just a reaction. Like I was just in Baltimore right at the beginning of the pandemic, and I saw the drummer Dying Fetus, and we shook each other's hands, and we're like, we should have done that probably.
Yeah.
And that was the last guy I got to but just today, everyone's kind of their first instinct is reach out for the handshake, but not these days, I guess.
So you can see yourself down here, actually.
Good.
You're not Rob Zip. That's me. Here, I'm gonna take this. I don't typically, when I use this, I'm usually in my office. There we go. I'm usually in my office. So I do interviews with bands every Monday night. I'm interviewing Frozen Soul. They're on Century Media this coming Monday. So, but I started doing this because there haven't been shows really. I mean, and I'm curious, like, you guys drove down here for this show.
Right.
Why?
Well, first thing I did is I was like, what? First of all, I wanted to do a show. I haven't done one all year. And we wanted to do kind of my first original idea was to maybe do a few shows in Texas. Like maybe even go down to like McAllen.
And
she's got family there. And it was, it's really nice. Maybe go down to the beach, take a little vacation type situation. Because, when you're holed up in the same place for months, like we all have been.
It's like kids.
And yeah, she's got a daughter, so it's like it'd be nice to get out and do it. So the original idea was try to do maybe a little vacation, but then I had to see, are there any places actually doing shows? And this venue happened to be one of the few places that are doing shows.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't seem to care. So, and well, hey, as a musician and having my first show of the year just the other night, it was just a relief just to get it done and be like, oh God, thank God. There was 25 people there, but it was like, it didn't matter if it was 1 or 1,000. I just was glad to fucking do it.
Imagine. Yeah, my friend Rachel was there, and she told me it was kind of, it was small and weird, but it felt good to get out.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking, like for those that don't know, they came down from like the St. Louis area, right? And I've driven that. It's not like a quick road trip. So I mean, you guys took a couple days, which was safe, but it's just it's insane to me. I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, and we had a lot of activities planned around it. Like, for instance, this morning we had a little trip by Dimebag's house and Vinny and Dime's grave.
Saw that, yeah.
Great respects to that. And we had planned this to go to the North Houston skate park and have a nice skate. Apparently, it's the largest skate park in the country, and the second largest in the world. So we're excited to We roller skate a lot, he skateboards, and we're really looking forward to hanging out and having fun. But it rained all day apparently, and so the weather didn't cooperate with us. So we checked into the hotel early and just chilled out, had some Whataburger. She was really excited. She's loves Texas. So. Yeah.
I mean, they'll be in. They don't have them in St. Louis.
No.
They're gonna have one in KCMO, but that's like 4 hours from us.
Well, they're owned by a Chicago investment firm now, so you'll get them soon enough.
I hope so.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
That's the reason I come down here.
Well, did you see when they just opened an In-N-Out Burger in Denver, and people were waiting in line for 14 hours, and they were like fighting because they were like people cutting them off and stuff. Like people get serious.
Crazy about it.
Wine. I don't know if you guys have been there.
Which one?
In-N-Out.
Oh yeah, I've ate there many a time, and that's the thing. The first time I had it was with Chase in California from Pepper Burke, ex-Scouting guitar player, and it's just got this cold following. It's good. She's I think likes Whataburger better. I'm a Five Guys guy.
Yeah.
So. But the Whataburger was great. I was impressed. So I'll take one in St. Louis, please. So hook it up.
Oh, geez. So Nest. John, you're in a ton of bands. You have been in a ton of bands. And you've been in some bands. I'm not familiar with your your first band. And was the other night your first ever show? So this is your second ever show. A couple things happened today. Concerning the band, it was announced that you guys are playing Full Terror Assault next year.
They announced that today.
They announced it today, and I'm a little annoyed that I couldn't make the announcement right now.
Well, this is an announcement as far as I know.
You guys know.
We confirmed long ago, and we were supposed to play it, last year.
Yeah,
no,
2 months ago.
2 months ago,
Yeah.
this year. And of course, it was canceled. And so it wasn't announced that we were playing it. That was going to be our first show. And so we were real excited, and then it never got announced. So it was just like, And so we did a live stream, just to tie ourselves over. But that's actually news to me that it's announced. Thank you. This is a great announcement. So we're playing Full Terror Assault. It's a sick festival. I mean, it's at the grounds of the Juggalo Gathering. I don't know if you
Formally, they don't meet there anymore.
Well, they used to have it. So now the Juggalo Gathering is sold out.
Yeah.
It's jumped the shark, so to say. It's not like it used to be. So back when it was cool, it was in Illinois, and it got a little too crazy. It was actually the most wild shows I've ever been to.
You went to the gatherings of the Juggalo?
I went to many gatherings of the Juggalos, and there was a lot of great bands. I saw the Far Side there. I saw Fear Factory, Soulfly, Head PD at like 3 a.m. one night, and it was just really cool, and a lot of really great rap, like Onyx,
cool.
Ghetto Boys,
from Houston.
So really great bands. Bring in anything you want to the fest. There's no security.
It's still that way. Full Terror.
It's still that way. So it's bring your own beer, bring your own whatever you want, and have a good time. And you don't have to worry about spending a bunch of money on beer all weekend. And there's free showers. Camp out. If you wanted to camp out all weekend anyway, it would cost you that much. Yeah. So you might as well check out 70 bands.
Sure.
And have a good time.
It's totally awesome time. Yeah.
It's just a great setup. I really wish more people would come check it out. And I've been trying to spread the word throughout the years. I've played it with probably 4 different bands, I guess, at this point. But this would be, I played almost every single year, and I'd like to keep it up. Because it just rolls. I love going out there. And I the one year I didn't play it, I went anyway just to hang out and enjoy it. So it's just a great time.
I went last year for the first time.
Yes. Who was it last year?
Soulfly headline.
Soulfly, yeah. And he was just like, everyone come on stage. Usually it's pretty tight security at Soulfly.
So you were there.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually wearing the Soulfly socks tonight.
Very nice. Yeah, pretty lucky that I've jammed multiple times with Soulfly, Max, and the guys. And he asked me to do, first it was Slave New World. Adam, I, and Mark from Mystery Index and Scour did it in Baltimore. And then a couple nights later, we were at the New England Hardcore and Metal Fest up in New England, of course. And Max is like, "Come here, man. You want to jam tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, whatever you want." And he said, "Let's do Arise." And I was like, "Oh, well, all right, I know Arise, no problem." So we do Arise, and it stops about halfway through and goes into like Dead Embryonic, Desperate Cry or Dead Embryonic. So anyway, he mixes it up on it. And all day, you know, I'm just focusing on Arise.
Sure.
Of course, luckily, I'm a super fan of Sepultura, and I know all the material. And when he changed the song, and he looks up and he goes, "Are you ready, John?" And I'm like, "I guess so." You know, like, what the fuck? And at the end of the show, Max pulls me over and he's like, "You should have seen your face. I got you on stage, man. I got you." I'm like, what if I wouldn't have known the song? I would have looked like an asshole. You would have not looked very good either. But he tried to trick me on stage. Luckily, I knew the fucking song.
But don't you play in like a Sepultura cover band too?
Well, yeah, that's another strange story. Is we're such big Sepultura fans. Jesse and I, from originally from Scour, and now he's in Strong Intention and Legend. And what other band? He's in 20 Storm Ruler or something. Oracle, yeah. But anyway, Jesse's a good dude, and we're like, hey, Sepultura, the old school Sepultura doesn't get the respect it deserves. For me, they would be in the big four. I love Anthrax and I love them all. But they said Sepultura, if they would have stuck together with the original, you know, core dudes, there's no telling.
I think the band that calls himself Sepultura is really a Sepultura cover band.
Yeah, you know, I hate to say that. Because they've been together a long time and they work hard too. There's no disrespect to the, you know, I can't. I'm more of a old school Sepultura guy.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. Whatever.
What does Gloria say?
You know, I don't know.
I think we know what Gloria.
She's always been respectful to me. I never.
She's cool, man. She's real cool. She follows my Twitter account, man.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Very active online and stuff. And yeah. And so the story goes, we hit up Gloria about because Soulfly was playing a show in St. Louis, and we're like, how cool would it be if our Sepultura tribute band played a show with Soulfly, and we were planning on opening the show. And whoa, what if Max came out and jammed with us? That was the big hope. And there's like, well, Max would jam with you if it was after a Soulfly set. And we're like, oh, really? Okay, but can we play after you guys? That's kind of strange.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that's cool. You can do that. Because at the venue, there was actually two different lounge and a stage. So there's two different venues, you know, back and forth, flip-flopping. And so as soon as they were done, we got to play. And the Cavalera family came out and rocked out. But, yeah, they were cool enough to let us, but it was kind of weird, like playing Sepultura for the Cavaleras.
Yeah.
To get their stamp of approval. That kind of what started the relationship a little bit between us, you know. They're just cool, you know. Some of these musicians are really, like, they got to stick to their set, you know what I mean? And they can't do it like a jam out with someone. Just come out and do a song with us, like they have to rehearse, you know.
All right, if one of the 4 people watching can leave a comment, can you hear anything? Can you hear John? Can you hear them talk? The drums, can you hear that? Please, somebody say something. Hopefully people can actually hear it, because I'd hate to be like a waste of time.
Well, we can shoot it maybe to our face. And I didn't know you were coming in live, you know?
Yeah, dude, I'm live on YouTube, all over Facebook, Twitter. What's that?
What's the name of your page that you're live on?
On Facebook, it's The Most Epic Adventures. It's this.
Okay, I can see.
I think you liked my page, actually.
I think I did.
Thanks.
All right, let's see. You're live right now. Share to the page.
So something else that happened today. An EP came out.
It sure did. It is Black Friday, and the Scour Boys are back, and finally got to release the Black EP. So very pumped about that. You know, it's been a couple years now that we've been waiting for the right time to put it out. You know, we all have different bands. We're all so busy, and you got to kind of schedule and kind of, you know, make space for each band. You can't just be like, I want Scour Boys out next Friday, because, you know, it's just not how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's finally here, and it's been a long wait for us, but it's soundcheck time. But yeah, yeah, it's fucking pumped.
It's got great. Do you want to go outside? Maybe? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Be too cold? So we're gonna go outside. Scrap pile.
Hello.
Sound checking. So Scour, your front man is Phil Anselmo.
That's correct. Wow.
How did you become involved in a band with Phil Anselmo?
Well, it all started with a band I'm in called Fulgora. So Lehman and Lehman was the original drummer.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent some demos to Housecore. And someone at Housecore, I believe it was the drummer from Harp, checked it out and liked it and said, Phil, you got to check this band out, Fulgora. And apparently Phil liked it. And we got a message one day. I was actually with my Sepultura tribute band driving to a show in Illinois. And I got a message from the singer, Fulgora, Lemieux, and he says, is it really him? And I looked at him like, is it who? What the fuck are you talking about? You know, and he's like, Phil Anselmo sent us a message on Facebook. And I'm like, come on, man. Phil Anselmo's not on Facebook.
Right.
First of all.
Right.
Can you imagine fucking Phil Anselmo wakes up like, I'm going to message Fulgora today. You know, it made no sense. So I'm driving, I'm like, it can't be him, you know, whatever. He's like, well, he said, I looked at his page, it looks like he likes boxing, and it could be Phil likes boxing. I was like, well, everyone knows that. Some guy could have made a fake page. So I'm explaining, like, it's not him, it could have been a fake page, you know, don't get your hopes up. And we ended up pulling over, because I'm like, this sounds pretty serious. He's like, I think it's really him. So I ended up looking, and I'm like, okay, it actually looks like it could be legitimately a Phil Anselmo page, you know?
Yeah.
And so it said, get a hold of me as soon as possible. So I ended up getting the phone number and got him on the phone one day. And he was like, I want to sign your band to a record deal. And he just wanted to talk about football for a while. And that was cool with me, because I love football. And that's pretty much how we started. It was just a phone conversation. And then I met him at Maryland Death Fest when Down came through.
Okay.
And that was the first face-to-face meeting. And, you know, after the Fulgora thing, you know, we'd come through when, like, say, one of my other bands came through New Orleans, and we'd just go stay at his house.
Nice.
And Fulgora recorded actually a song that we still haven't released out there at Phil's house. And, you know, just would talk football and music, and he's just as big into music as I am, you know, and we're into old classic rock and, like, the Beatles and Harry Nilsson and, you know, just... And the newer stuff, new extreme stuff too at the same time. So there's always something to talk about and hang out. He's got a really cool house and a lot of land. There's this nice lake that goes all around the back, and we go kayaking. You know, there's always something.
Like a couple old buddies just kayaking.
Yeah.
In New Orleans.
Yeah, and it's just a beautiful little area he's got out there. He's got these nice little trails through the woods, and I'm actually looking forward to going out there here in a couple of months. And,
well, when you go out there, let me know. I'll meet you out there. It's only like a 5.5 hour drive. I was actually gonna go a couple weeks ago to New Orleans, and then I thought the hurricane was gonna come, because they've been They keep getting hit by hurricanes. And I thought that other one was going to come, but it ended up veering off. And I ended up going somewhere else instead. But
Yeah.
I would love to. I was actually going to see. I have some friends that know the goat board guys, and I'm sure he knows those guys too. They've been around forever.
Oh yeah. Sammy and the boys, they're good boys, man. Done many shows with those guys through the years.
With the heavy metal travel show, I try to meet up with people in heavy metal bands. It's just been hasn't been the travel.
He's a big fan of Acid Bath. He could probably sit here and talk about Acid Bath and Exhorder and all those boys.
The New Orleans scene is beautiful, man.
Yeah, there's some good bands there.
Oh yeah,
for sure. But let's talk more about your bands. So you talked about how you got hooked up with Phil doing a scour thing. What started this band?
Well, basically I relocated back to the St. Louis area, and I started chatting with my old buddy. His name's Tim, and he was in a band called Eli Stone, and they were kind of the new metal band in St. Louis. Like they were pretty well known, and we were old buddies, and we grew up together. And he's pretty much the first guy I ever jammed guitar with. Like when we were kids, we'd actually cut school during lunch. Like in 6th grade, we're like, all right, during lunch, we're gonna just leave, and we're gonna go. What's up? You all right?
Yeah.
Where's the video?
Oh, you just. All right, you looking good?
Yeah. So I don't have the camera the right way.
It looks good.
So yeah, you can see it. I can't see it. Am I just staring at? Did you just have it pointed at your crotch?
There we go. And
there we go.
Well, anyway, we used to jam. He's my first buddy we ever played, music with in a band. So I was like, hey, let's get back together. Let's have some fun. So we did like a little Deftones tribute band set, just for fun. And this was like November of last year. So we just got together, played a bunch of Deftones songs, and we're like, well, let's just make some real songs. So he wrote a couple songs, and I was gonna just be the singer, not play any music. And so after we jammed a couple times, we decided, why don't I just play bass and sing at the same time so we don't have to get a bass player and make things easy. So we started jamming, found a drummer, and then coronavirus started, and he worked a serious job at like a truck centers, like they work on semi-trucks and shit. And he's like, there's some flu going around. Everyone's falling, sick on me. I got to work every day. I can't do this band anymore. And he was kind of like, why don't you write some songs and we'll try to keep it going. And so I wrote 2 songs to match his 2 that he had. And I remember playing them on guitar, sending them to him, and then he was like, I don't think I'm going to have time, man. I can't do this. And I was like, started getting bored because of that. That was the point where it's like, everyone's got to stay home. You're on lockdown. And I met her, and she started playing bass. And I'm like, well, why don't I just keep writing songs and find the drummer? And I immediately thought, old Forbode drummer Lehman's in the area. I wonder if he's still around, and luckily he was. And then, at that point, I'm like, I could just wrap up this album. So I wrote and recorded the album real quick. They learned it real quick. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to need more songs if we're going to do a show or something. Let's be prepared. So that's you never know what's going to happen at that point. Now we're in summertime, and it's like there's no shows going on. So we're like, we got time to prepare and be ready for when shows come back. And so wrote the second record, recorded that, and they learned that. So we're like, all right, let's do some shows. And, here we are tonight. But, it's all happened really fast. It all happened this year, 2 records. And
I didn't realize that you guys had 2 records.
Yeah, there's really been nothing else to do this year. So it's like, it's really without this band, who knows what I'd be losing my mind, probably. But yeah, just doing this trip out here and doing the show we did the other night, it's been the highlight of the year, really, It's like, fuck, this year sucked, let's face it.
Well, I live right down the street from here. Like I said, I know the opening bands. And I'm psyched to see them, and of course, I'm psyched to see you guys. I have no idea what you sound like because I did not listen to what you have up on Bandcamp now. I thought you just had 1 album on there.
Well, we got should have two now.
It's two, okay. But I haven't listened to it. And like I said, I talked to my friend Rachel, and she said it's not what you'd expect from John Jarvis.
Well, that's the
company.
thing. I don't know what people would ever expect from me because it's to
Well,
me.
for one, you're playing guitar.
Right, that's true.
You're known to be the bass player.
That's true, but it really when I first started, I did play guitar, so it's kind of like I remember kind of getting tricked into being a bass player because my cousin's band All Will Fall, I would book their shows for them, right?
Your cousin Adam.
That's right, and they were just a sick death metal band, you know, and I booked them on this show for this radio station, 105.7 The Point. They're still a radio station, and they have this thing called Point Fest. And so they're having this competition. The winning band opens up Point Fest, and it was down to like 4 bands. And they're like, "We need a band to play this thing." And I was like, "I can get All Will Fall on it." And so they agreed to play the show. And then, long story short, the bass player said, "We got to cancel the show. Bass player can't do it." And I said, well, "Fuck that! I'm going to learn songs myself. Show must go on." And the band was like, "That's cool." And that's from that point on, I just played bass, you know. So, but yeah, and I think for the average like metal fan, they could tell the difference between all my bands. Even Agoraphobic and Pig Destroyer at the time, like there's major differences. But if my mom, for example, listened to it, it's all the same to her.
Sure.
She doesn't listen to extreme music,
Right.
but. Each band from Scour to Fulgora to Agoraphobic, they're all really different, you know, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like Nest, when it started, it's like, and it can't sound like any other bands because why should it? You know, I don't want it to have hints of Scour in it or, you know, any other band I'm in or have been in because that's, you know, why do the same band over and over? But, yeah, I'm glad that these dudes and this nice lady here, they like to jam a lot. So we practice a couple times a week, you know, and that for me is just keeps me busy, you know. And so we're pretty tight at this point. I think we're ready for these shows, and what we're really ready for is like when the touring acts finally start playing, you know, and you know we can open up for some of my pals, you know.
Sure.
Have some fun.
When do you think that'll be?
If I was to predict, I would say the end of next year, hopefully. You know, because you gotta think that a vaccine's got to be widely available, and you know, because you can't have fucking thousands of people in the same spot. Apparently, you know, it's not a very good idea. So. Hopefully at the end of next year, back to big time touring. If everyone, you know, gets their shit together. But,
well, Full Terror Assault in September, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to cancel that.
Well, you know, I was shocked they did it this year because that is the perfect spot. You know, you could do social distancing show. You know, and because there's so much space, and there's actually a big area where they had the main stage and the Juggalo Gathering that they don't even use at the Full Terror Assault. So you can really fit 10,000 people.
I think the whole deal with that though was more because the bands, too many bands dropped out that he just couldn't.
Well, yeah, you couldn't fill up 10,000 people out there unless you had fucking Metallica or some shit, you know.
Well, I think for him, when Gore and Exodus both dropped off, that was
right.
That was it.
Yeah, that was their headlining bands. So yeah, he could have done a scaled down version. So maybe you know. It was smart to like, hey, come bigger and better this year, you know, and hopefully.
He took a vote and asked people what they wanted to do, and more people said, just roll it over next year. Let's just do it next year.
Yeah, and so now we're pumped. Now we got something to look forward to, right? In our next show. So.
Well, I'm cool. That's cool that I was able to break the news to you guys. I could have swore you would have known already, but.
Yeah, now we got something to post about on Facebook. Right? Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I look forward to camping out and seeing a bunch of my pals. You know, it's like you kind of, I guarantee I'll see probably 20, 30 people that I only see there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And everyone's kind of takes care of each other, you know, like if I walk back to my tent to get a bottle of water or something, someone will pull you over and have a bong rip ready for you or,
as soon as I got there, my buddy Eddie that you were talking to when I got here.
Uh,
His friends. Oh, goddamn! Why can't I think of his name? Benjamin. As soon as I met him, like shoved a bottle of Malort in my face,
oh yeah, man.
and I'm like, I don't drink. I'm sorry, I don't drink. And he was respectful. He didn't, try to peer pressure me. But if I drank, he would have made me drink the Malort.
Oh yeah, that's some nasty, nasty stuff. You don't want to drink that. But yeah, it's just a great party atmosphere, just so much fun. And I used to have my own space, which was kind of by the Drug Bridge. That was a famous Juggalo gathering spot where you could buy any illegal narcotic or anything you could think of, honestly. They had a guy that had a toad in a box that you could lick the toad for $5 a trip. And so they had anything you could think of at the Drug Bridge. And I think I went through and I counted like 25 different illegal substances, pills or whatever. But it's just wild there. So I used to set up there just for nostalgia. But now I got my own space in the back, and there's kind of like a group of party animals out there. And I'm looking forward to going back. So who else has been announced this year? MOD, I think, and
right. Yeah, I think Billy Milano is going to be the MC of the whole thing.
Yeah, and he was great, last year.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't. They've announced a few bands. Today they also announced War Curse. So they announced War Curse and then you guys. So I think they just got signed to Metal Blade.
Very nice.
So I think that was
Ryan Slagle. He obviously legendary. I don't know if you know the whole story.
Oh,
I'm going to run through the whole Metal Blade story. It all started.
We're on into
Metal
Brian
Massacre
Slagle.
Volume 1, Metallica. So anyway, he's on the 99 Bottles of Beer compilation that Derek and I did this year. So I don't know if you're familiar with that. But we got 99 over 100 different musicians.
Phil was on there too, right?
We got Phil in there. We got Mastodon.
So that was yours? You did that?
That was me.
I had no idea.
So yeah,
so congratulations.
Derek and I, we had this crazy idea because we were playing this band called the Booze Hounds, and we're this drunk punk band, and we pour band beer all over, and it's just all the songs are about drinking, and we're whatever. We're the Booze Hounds. Wahoo! And so we got this idea. We're like, we're gonna do 99 bottles. We're gonna do a show, and we're gonna come out and do 99 bottles of beer, and just keep going until the whole crowd leaves, and just trash it. Anyway, started with that idea, and it turned into like, what if we got a couple guests, and we went like someone did 99 to 98, and someone did 98 to 97, and we kind of locked it all together. And that idea spurred up about 7 years ago, actually. And we started working on it. And then we had a lot of people like flaking out, and taking too long to get through. And we weren't we got a deadline, serious deadline type people. We're like, whatever, send it to me when you want. And then 7 years have gone by. We're like, wait a minute. And that's when, of course, this year we're like, we got extra time on our hands. Like, let's wrap this up. And finally, we got a lot of help. Robin from Gruesome, she plays bass for Torquetta and a bunch of other bands. Does merch for a bunch of legendary groups. She really helped out and got a lot of people involved. And who were some of the names on the 99? Do you remember? Mastodon, your favorite.
Mike Williams.
Mike from 99. Mike 99, not Mike 9. Oh, Mike 99.
Okay.
From I Hate God. But you're right. And then Death Clock.
Brendan Small.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, a lot of fucking really cool people. And Gary Holt from Slayer. We got Derek from Sepultura.
Okay.
The current singer.
Right.
Current Sepultura.
Right.
It was nice enough to do it. How cool, man, And so we did it for senior dogs. I have a senior dog, and
I knew it was a charity thing.
Yeah, and so we've raised thousands of bucks to go help this, And apparently the senior dog place that we donated to is owned by like the bass player from Higher on Fire's grandparents. It was some weird connection. They're like, "Oh, have you heard of Higher on Fire? That's my grandson." I was like, "Well, yeah, of course. They're awesome, you know." What a coincidence. So, okay, we should have got him on the 99 with us, you know. But yeah,
Matt Pike, right?
yeah, he should have been on the 99. But yeah, it was a fun little project to do, and you know, there's so many of those this year. As every band's doing a cover, and that's the thing. I just put out a cover. It was a helmet with the dude from some the play. He just did the Scour Black EP's mixing and mastering. So
Ryan Vincent.
Ryan Vincent's his name, and he asked me to do this helmet cover. And some of the I did a couple other recent ones that haven't been out yet because everyone's just locked in and like fucking bored, but that's making everyone create music, you know.
Have you seen the 2 minutes to late night?
Yeah, that's an example of like they're getting all these cool people together, doing all these cool songs that would not have normally happened.
Right.
Normally people would be on tour.
Exactly.
Wouldn't have time for shit like that.
And that's why I've been able to do my interview show every Monday night because nobody's on tour. So it's been easier for me to talk to whoever, you know, just reach out. And some people are better about getting back than others, but you know, it's a lot easier when you're here at the show. I can just corner you guys.
Yeah, we're lucky we got load in done, and I guess first band's gonna go on by 8:30, or now is it 9:30?
I think it was like 9:30.
9:30 first band goes on, so we got
I don't
some
know.
time.
So this is a late show. The other night in St. Louis, you had to end pretty early.
Right.
Right.
Well, they had CDC guidelines there. It was very strange that this is the biggest drinking night of the year, the Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving, and every bar had to be cleared out by 11 o'clock. So I feel bad for all the small business owners, bar owners. It's just a bummer that, you know, that's the biggest night of the year to make. That's when they make their big money. That money from that night's going to pay you for the next couple months, you know, and you know, they're fucked. So it's just a shame. So yeah, we had to actually we wanted to be out of the venue by 10 p.m. and we did it. When we were driving back, I remember our driver, he was like, "Is that clock right?" I'm like, "The show's over, we're loaded out, and it's 10:30." It's like, so yeah, tonight's gonna be a little bit later, so gotta wake up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You could probably go take a nap.
We could. Yeah, we could, but I'm not good at doing that. Usually, I wake up all zoned out and shit like that. So. And the bands are about to start anyway. So
They're good bands.
you enjoy it, yeah.
They're good bands. I know Jake from Scrap Pile, the singer, big Phil Anselmo fan. So for him to play a show with a guy that's in a band with Phil Anselmo is huge.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I saw the dude with the Scour shirt, and I was glad he came up and said hi, because it's,
Hey, that might have been him, actually. Is he wearing a? He might be wearing a
Scour
shirt.
there's a dude there when you came in, actually. I don't know if that's the same guy.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think he is. That might be him.
But yeah, apparently he said he was in an elevator with me in San Antonio once. So I was in an elevator with the Horror Fest, or Agoraphobic played a few years back, and yeah, it's always cool when people remember little things like that, you know. Like I was in an elevator with, I was in where were we going? Don Dokken. We had to go to a porta potty together because we're walking to the bathroom. This is actually a pretty good story and gross story at the same time. So we're at the Chicago Open Air, and it was the singer Lamb of God actually walks out of the bathroom laughing. We're in line. It was Don Dokken in front of me, and then me behind him. We're all waiting. And Randy comes out just laughing like, "Oh, good luck, guys." Don Dokken goes in there and he comes back shaking his head like, "No, we can't use this bathroom anymore. It's destroyed."
Randy Blythe destroyed the pot.
Absolutely, or maybe, but the way he laughed, it had to be him. You know what I mean? It wasn't anyone else. So now me and Don Dokken are like searching for the nearest restroom together. And we find this porta potty, and he's like, "This is going to be like the old days, man. I'm going there." And he's like, holding his nose, and like,
Like the old
I just shared this crazy experience with,
Don Doc,
Doc of all people.
Dream Warriors guy.
Right. What a great fucking band, too. I love Doc. Well, I'm a sucker for that 80s hair metal shit. Love it.
Dude, like the old
The Winger, I mean, that guitar player, Red Beach, just fucking shreds, man.
Yeah.
I dare anyone to fucking listen to that record and say, all right, they suck. But, I mean, it's just ripping guitar work, great songs, Headed for a Heartbreak. Who doesn't like Winger, right? Winger gets a bad. I'm gonna stick.
Beavis and Butthead didn't like Winger.
Beavis and Butthead ruined his career.
Yeah, for real.
And I guess I could tell this quick story real quick. I was at a studio in Nashville, and Kip Winger is in the next room cutting a solo record. And so I'm with this other band. We're playing some, not Nintendo. It was playing Madden football actually. And you can come back and forth. And every once in a while, I'd be like, "Can I play a game?" And I played a game, of Madden football. Kip Winger. And anyways, it was a metal band, and they were like, "I wonder if Kip Winger would sing on our record." And we're like, "Well, it wouldn't hurt to ask him,
yeah,
right?"
Sure, why not?
Essentially wrote a nice letter asking Kip Winger to sing on the record. He said, "Well, sure." And he said, "Give me the words, show me the part." And so he gets in the booth, and we're all in the back behind the glass, and Kip's in there by himself, and the guy goes, "Go in there and say something to piss him off." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess I could do that." I went there and I said, "So, you got any family?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a daughter." I said, "Well, she's only 17 or what?" And he goes, "What did you say?" Like, he was like kind of pissed off. And you can hear everyone in the control booth go, "Ooh." And so I walk back, and they're like, "All right, you did a good job." He goes, "Now go in there and say something else to piss him off." And I said, "He's going to punch me in the face." So I go in there, and I'm like, "Have you ever seen that show Beavis and Butthead?" He goes, "Man, fuck you." He was like, "That show ruined my career." Like, he was like, now he's like, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah.
And so I went back in the booth, and like, "All right, ready to take the take." And he's like, Kip's like, and so he nails it in the first take. And they're like, "All right, thanks, Kip." And we're all like, "Wow, this is amazing." And Kip goes, No, I'm not done yet. Go back. I'm going to do another take, and I'm going to sing it this way and this way. And we're like, okay, Kip. And he starts going above and beyond and doing like double takes. He comes back in the plane. He's like, "That's the heaviest thing I've ever done, man. And you got me pissed off." And I was like, "I was just joking, Kip. Like, I didn't really mean to like disrespect you. They told me to make you mad." And so I was like, "I want a producing credit for this because I'm the one that made this magic happen." But yeah, I've actually got to work with Kip Winger. So
That's amazing,
what a legendary, cool guy. He was really nice.
What a great story, John. Well, I have no idea what my battery percentage is, but I've been streaming this for like an hour when I was driving on here. Yeah, but if you guys want to come on one of my Monday night shows, we can go for 4 hours if you want.
Right on.
But
well, thanks for having us. Cheers. We're ready to rock tonight. Thanks for checking it out. Go buy those Nuts records. Buy that Ready P.
And Garrett, want to know where I'm at Acadia Bar and Grill on 1960 in Houston. My pal Garrett asked where I was at, so he didn't jump on. You guys got some merch, right?
Yeah, got t-shirts for sale.
Let's go see can we see what you have?
Yeah, nice logo t-shirts.
You guys get all wet? So, you got this backwards. Yeah, you got the Exhorter hat on.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about New Orleans bands.
New Orleans, man, I had an ice cream earlier. Crowbar shirt on this morning.
That's it. This is what you got.
Always the biggest seller, the logo t-shirt. Anyone can wear that, It doesn't have the beat up dead person or guts and skulls on it yet. We'll get those later. Looks like other bands got some cool shit.
Yeah, these are my pals in Forbode from Austin.
Everyone had the Pantera shirt back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Rihanna just worked the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And so that will be a big seller. I will probably grab one of those snacks.
I think they owe me one of these. Not owe me,
looks
but
familiar, that whole design. I think someone else has used this design. We're gonna have to talk about it.
I think I think I talked to him about it.
That looks really familiar.
They're over there. We can ask them.
Hey, what's up with that? Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having us through. What's up?
Nice. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Cheers.
I'm gonna go. See. I talk to the other bands real quick,
All right, thanks, man.
and hopefully this doesn't. Fuck, if my phone dies, nobody needs to reach me. Anyway, so
All right, cheers, man. See you later.
let's see. Hey, Eddie. Still live. Hey, what's up, CJ?
Hi.
These are guys.
More YouTube. Is it YouTube?
It's all of them.
Hey, all of them.
Oh, and you're the one wearing the Scour shirt.
Scour shirt. Goddamn.
And the goat whore hat. Very nice.
It's a DIY.
You took a pat. You took a patch.
It's a Jim Beam hat.
You put the patch on there. Yeah, that's cool. People do that. People do it.
I got the
Iron Age.
Iron Age is forever.
Nice.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Way to be a downer, TJ.
Hey, come on.
This year's a fucking. It's been a bad year. And so this is like the second show you guys have played, like lately, right?
Yeah.
You played a show in Austin.
Yeah, the forum was in Austin on the 25th of October? Yeah, 25th of October. So this is...
Hey, Gamo. So, it's going. What's up? What do you got on your face? What is that?
I don't even know. I think it says love and live and pray.
Oh yeah, okay. Be happy. Yeah. You got the I Hate God shirt on it to go with it. That's pretty fitting.
Is this
Well,
your first time seeing us live, John?
it is. It is.
I feel like we've known each other for a long time.
It's been like over a year. It's been over a year now. Yeah.
That was pretty much like a year ago.
Yeah. It was just over a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's November, right?
Yeah. Thumbhenge.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how. Did I give you guys some stickers or
So
something?
Eddie was looking for a Forbode shirt and he asked me.
Oh, because I had one.
He was like, I'm gonna go ask this guy how much his
Okay.
Forbode shirt was.
Yeah, because they had all the bands and all the
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh yeah, and then we just started talking.
Yeah.
That's a small world.
You got some sweet shirts over there.
You saw it?
Yeah. Saw your merch.
Hopefully you grab one, man. You have any of our shirts?
Yeah.
Listen, we'll cut you a deal, man.
we went over to White Oak. Was it at White Oak?
Sorry, I don't mean to touch you.
No, it's okay, bud.
Yeah, I stuck around with Ace Frehley.
It's just so weird, man.
I had to be there, so we were up in the front row. Yeah, Starbucks.
All right. See the Scrap Pile guys. What's up, Scrap Pile?
What's up? Who the fuck are you? It's your boys.
It's your boys.
What's going on, man? How's it going?
It's going.
Been a while.
It's been a little while. Have you guys played any
No, this is our first show in 9 months.
since the Bakken battle?
We had one show the day after that
Oh, that's right.
at the same place in Austin. Come and take it. That was our last show in early March.
You disappeared, huh? You said that you were gone. You disappeared somewhere.
Who was that?
You. Did you disappear somewhere?
I don't think so.
No?
Yeah, dude.
Were you saying that he disappeared, that Jesse took off? Was it some kind of joke? You guys playing the old joke on the old
Yeah,
man?
it was probably we were probably just fucking around.
So you guys doing like the one chip challenge or anything like that?
We are working on the next spicy food we're gonna do. It's gonna be more intense than the one chip challenge.
More intense.
Oh yeah, they have the death nut challenge. I've been looking into that.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. We haven't done a podcast in a while.
Yeah, I know. A scrap cast.
Yeah, the scrap cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Well,
a while.
these guys are. What time you guys going on?
9:30.
Scrap Pile's going on at 9:30. Forbode's going on at like 10:30, and then Ness is going on.
I think they're 10:45, maybe.
not 10:45, 10:15.
10:15.
I think something like that.
And then Ness is going on at like 11 or something like that. So you still got time. If you want to get down here, if you're in the Houston area, it's $10 to get in. And they asked me who I was here to see.
Oh yeah.
I was like, well, I know everybody. Like, well, I was like, can you give like a third to each band? He's like, give it to Scrap Pile. Give my scraps to Scrap Pile.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, this is your pre-show live from Acadia Bar and Grill in Houston, Texas. If you're in the area, get here. If not, be safe. Drink water, listen to metal, and enjoy nature. And fucking keep it metal and shit. God damn it. Yeah.